something special about her.
It's absolutely pissing down here in Sydney, Australia, and so all the rides I had planned today, just gotta go at that. It's apparently like it's the most rainfall we're getting today in the whole month of March that we normally get. It takes a whole month, so we're getting it all today. So what does one do when, I'm just walking inside now, what does one do when it's raining and you can't be on the bike? Most people stay at home and make babies. Now, my version of making babies is a little bit different to many others' versions of making babies. So, and besides, I'm a single white female living in Sydney, which is probably, I think, one of the largest gay capitals in the world. There's something like 8 women to every 1 guy. Yeah, and most of those guys are gay or married. So the odds are really tough if you live in Sydney and you're a single woman. Not that I'm complaining, don't get me wrong, I love being a single woman, and that's the only way I'm going to be. So today I've decided to start the process of Calamity Jane's baby. So if you haven't seen the video where I talk about when I found out that she was up the duff, preggers, have a look at that. Oh, it's on the YouTube channel somewhere, called Calamity Jane's Great Expectations. So the process of having a baby, a motorbike baby, is a little bit different to the normal gestation of being pregnant. So it's all flipped around. So this way, we're going to work on this baby together, and I will reveal the baby at the end of it. So you're going to see little snippets of what I'm doing to this little, let's say, little motorbike thing that I have, that I've got all these great ideas. So I'm going for a look similar to Calamity, because it is her child. And I was going to do a thing where I was going to ask everybody what we should name that baby. But I've already decided, I don't need your help. I'm going to call it Sweet Baby Jane. So Sweet Baby Jane is in the process now of being birthed. So today, because of the shit weather, I've armed myself with some things to get started. And this will be a process that might take a couple of weeks, because if I'm not working or touring one of my shows or riding the motorbike, I'm very rarely home and have the time to do stuff. So here I am in my workroom, the kitchen, but I will be going downstairs to my cage to see Calamity and bring in the baby, and we can start working on it. So just to give you an idea of what I'm doing today. First, I've got to clean Sweet Baby Jane, because she is a mess. So I've got all my buckets of cleaning stuff. We'll clean her up. Then I'm going to mask her up with some masking tape. And then I'm going to start the process. I have rubber gloves, because one needs rubber gloves when birthing. I have my Bose sound system, so I'll have some sound and music going on when I'm down there. And I've got my brushes. So what are we doing? We're going to paint her. And I've got this sort of rust effect. And it's a 2-step process to make her look very rusty and vintage-like, a bit like Calamity, because I'm going for that same theme. There'll be lots of leather, lots of tassels. In fact, last night I was ordering on eBay a shitload of bloody leather tassel stuff. The saddlebags need to be done. What else? Oh, seat covers, lots of little trim. I've got all sorts of things like horseshoe bits, bits of horses, leather stuff. I've even went and bought little bloody Bud Lights for her. It's going to be bloody amazing when it's all done. So I'm going to get started, and after this there will be little snippets of me cleaning her and starting and prepping her up, so that you won't see the whole bike at all until the very end of the whole expectations of this baby, because I hope it bloody works. But so what if it doesn't? So there you go, off we go. And please subscribe to my channel. Don't just watch the videos, just press that little button down there that says subscribe, because that's what I need to eventually be of no fixed address. I need subscribers. So thank you in advance. YouTube's good like that. You can actually get paid. Back again, I forgot to mention a drill kit. Christmas. So I don't know what I'm going to use that for, but it just I feel I look very professional when I show you that I have a drill kit. I won't be using it. I don't know how to turn it on.
Sweet baby Jane.
Jane is nice and clean. Well, as clean as I do. I'm not really the world's best cleaner. And I'm reading instructions, which is a novelty to me because I never read instructions. Anyway, I've since found out that this rust effect thing, so I need to do a couple of layers on the bike, and then I've got to wait 12 hours and come back and do another treatment on it. So this is going to be a long night. So good job there's lunch in between. So I'm going to get started now and mask up the bike and start painting the first couple of layers on her. It says that I have to test things, but you know, I'm just going to go for it. I've decided I'm just going to really make a go at this, and I think no matter what it looks like, I'll make it look good, because that's how I roll. Not reading instructions, but I did read them. The rust effect, and then there's a solution I need to put on afterwards that makes it look all rusty. And it's meant for domestic use as well. It's not meant for motorbikes, but this is all an experiment. Giving birth to babies is always the unknown.
Sweet baby Jane. Sweet baby Jane.
Well, I've done a couple of coats. I ended up using the sponge, which made it a lot easier than the brush. So I've just sponged all this first treatment over. And I thought while I was in my shed, my cage, there's Calamity there, that's where she sleeps of the night. And for those of you that don't know, I used to be a puppeteer, and this is my old puppet, Neville Stubbs. Yes, he's had TV appearances and all sorts of things. It's like a big 3D puppet that I used to sort of strap on me. And my left hand used to articulate his mouth. And there he is there, look. He's a bit worn out now, and my right hand was his right hand, and he used to strap. He was a complete human-sized puppet. And we used to do festivals and busking and things like that. Yes, another part of me, puppeteer. So anyway, back to sweet baby Jane. Oh, there she is there. Oh. Anyway, I've done one coat. I'm going to give it a half an hour, and then I'm going to do another coat. And then I'm going to come back after lunch tonight when it's had, it says 12 hours, but I'll do 6 or 7 because I never follow instructions. You can see I'm starting to add a little bit of trim already. Now I've done that second coat with this sort of liquidy stuff. And it says I've got to do 2 lots of that. And then I think I just wait for it to magically start to rust the bike.